Alrighty, good morning or afternoon, everybody. Today is a very exciting day because we are going to learn how to grow your business with Google Search Ads. This is a practical strategy for success based off of the search-based campaigns and the Google Ads environment or atmosphere. Um, and I'm excited to go through this presentation with everybody today. This is one of my favorite aspects of digital marketing, and it is absolutely one of the most profitable and successful ways to advertise your business. Your presentators today is myself. My name is Jordan Gardner. I'm a marketing agency partner here at Conscious Commerce. We also have Brandon Clayman, the president of Conscious Commerce, joining us here today as well. We
Hello.
are Yes, we are both very experienced digital marketers. Brandon's got a little bit more age on me, so he's been in the game a little bit longer. But we both are constant contact solution providers. We're both certified with constant contact. Most likely, that's how you found about this presentation. We are also Google certified partners and winners of a variety of different digital marketing awards, including Best Integrated Marketing Campaign, which is presented to us by Constant Contact. We're also a fully fledged marketing agency here, and as you can see, we do have a tremendous reputation with a strong amount of positive reviews. One of our strengths as an organization is how well we work with our clients and how well we treat our campaigns and the care and compassion that goes inside of that. Along with being experts in our field, this kind of combines to make us a very powerful agency. One other note here, we are Google Premier Partners, which gives you some confidence that if you were to work with us to do your Google advertising, you are in good hands. Conscious Commerce here is a fully fledged digital marketing agency, as I mentioned. We offer a variety of different digital marketing channels, starting with responsive websites and e-commerce. We do search engine optimization. We do a lot of search engine marketing, which pertain to this particular presentation. SEM or pay-per-click or CPC, all interchangeable type of words there. We'll get into a little bit more of that momentarily. We also do email marketing management, analytics, and strategic coaching. We love to do engagement and automation type of strategies in marketing, logo design and development and brand identity, graphic design, and print and traditional marketing materials as well. So if anybody has any questions as we go through this presentation, please do not hesitate to use that Q&A or chat functionality. Is here for you to talk to us directly. Brandon will be in charge or maintaining that section of it for the most part today. So please do not hesitate to ask us any questions whatsoever. Alrighty. Also, very big aspect of conscious commerce here is our managed account program. This is a tremendous function of our business here, which allows for our prospects, customers, future customers to be able to use our expertise in a variety of different ways. This is through our MAP program where we can identify digital marketing strategies, have quarterly consulting discussions with you. We review various different aspects of your marketing strategy from email to local SEO and Google My Business, paid search, which we're talking about today, website analytics and reporting. My absolute favorite thing to do. I'm a big data junkie here, so all of that data is very fun for me, not for a lot of people, but I do quite enjoy it. And you also get a dedicated marketing agency partner like myself to work with you throughout your experiences in this realm of life these days. Awesome. Let's get into the presentation itself. Today, we're discussing how to grow your business with Google Search Ads. This is ultimately a fantastic presentation in general. I've given it many times before. There is a lot of good tidbits of information in here. So again, please don't hesitate to ask us questions. But I'm going to start with asking you a question. How many of you are currently using Google Ads to market your business? If you just want to, put up your hand or, send in a chat, that works very well. Just want to get an idea of where we're at with everybody. All righty, seeing some come through here. Awesome. Great. Good. Okay, cool. It looks like we have a good number of you that are already using Google Ads. So this is perfect. And yeah, it looks like we got a few current clients in here as well that's already working with us. So you'll get to know a little bit of the secret sauce that we use inside of this world. So this is going to be exciting for everybody here. Awesome. Let's talk a little bit from the outside here first. Now, what is Google Ads? It is obviously Google's advertising platform. It lives in the world of Google. And within Google itself, we know the power behind that is an absolute behemoth inside of the internet world. And actually, 94% of all searches happen on a Google property. Now, this is from a report back in 2019 Q2. It hasn't changed too much since then. We've seen the up and coming, DuckDuckGo search engines, but they don't have nearly the amount of influence and power that Google has here. And what's interesting more so is that you can combine almost all other types of search engines and basically like Amazon's that is pretty much a search engine and YouTube, and none of them even compare to even how much searches happen on Google Images, which isn't even really a marketing channel. It's just to find some cool stuff out there. So we know that the power of Google is here and it's available for us to weaponize in a way to help our businesses grow. Now, within Google Ads itself, we find through data, 49% of people will click on a text ad. 75% of those people believe that these ads make it easier to find the information that you are looking for. A lot of you are probably familiar with these ads. We know a lot of you are using Google Ads already, and I'm absolutely sure 100% of you have seen an ad when you're searching on Google. Over here in this mobile version of Google search, you can see our example, Jack's Barbecue Cooking School. You'll most likely notice it by a little ad icon beside the headline or the URL. This might look slightly different today. It's in black instead of green these days, but they always will appear at the top of your search engine results page, or at the bottom as well. There's usually three at the top, three at the bottom. Might get lucky and see a fourth one, depending on what you're searching for. Now, are Google Ads actually effective? I am very biased. I think absolutely yes. And I think any of you that have worked with us will agree with that. On essence, here, for every $1 you spend in Google Ads, average businesses earn $2 in revenue. That's 100% ROI. And that's our base. That is the lowest that we try to get for our clients. Truly, we look for about a 3-to-1 return on investment, 1,000% return on ad spend, which we'll get in that. It's a little bit different than ROI. We'll talk about it a little bit later. 40% of clicks will go to those top 3 paid ads, and that's based off of any type of average keyword search. So including the ads at the top, then you usually have a featured snippet or you have a map section, and then you start to see the organics. Below that, 40% of users will click on one of those top 3 ads in any particular search. Now, 75% of local searches do actually become in-store visits for all of you brick and mortar businesses out there. There are certain extensions and features that we use inside of Google Ads and search-based campaigns that will not only help e-commerce and fully digital businesses, but a lot of brick and mortar and physical businesses will rely on this type of marketing as well to push people in store because of how much control we have over this platform, which is one of the best parts of it. Now let's get into the agenda. What are we going to be talking about today here, guys? What are Google search ads and how do they work? Let's get that out of the way first. Then let's get into how to create and maintain and manage these ads. If you want to do it yourself, this is a perfect presentation for you. And then we have some tips and strategies for getting those great results. And this is going to help you optimize these campaigns. And as always here, guys, we are the experts. We're here to help you. Don't hesitate to reach out and ask us some questions in that chat box. Or in the Q&A. And of course, if you would like a complimentary review of your Google Ads campaigns that you have now, that is absolutely available to you. Just let us know in that chat box. Getting started here, what are Google search ads? Kind of just briefly talked about this a moment ago. A paid ad is going to show up at the top of the search engine results page, or the SERP, we like to call it. You'll easily identify these with a little ad icon. And like I said, right now it's showing up as a little black text icon that says ad here, just beside the headline. Google changes this all the time. It's constantly trying to figure out what provides the best click-through rates for their advertisers. And I've been noticing a trend that Google's really trying to make ads look more like organic posts or organic listings results here, like you'd see under, excuse me, a better garage door, because most people will trust an organic result over an ad, but not always the case, because we expect that advertisers are going to show relevant and intentful listings because of the keyword search that was searched for. But the ad is always going to show up at the top. And like I mentioned, there's usually 3 ads depending on how competitive the keyword is. And even further down at the bottom after your 10 organic results and any rich snippets that might appear on the SERP page. Now, what are Google Ads here? There is a variety of different types of Google Ads, and this doesn't stop at the search network, but what you're, or stop at the search engine results page here, like Nike and Puma and the shoe company, for example. But inside of this network, we could also see Google Shopping, Google Maps, we got Google Play, and then any sites that partner with Google. And that's because Google allows us to utilize 2 different types of networks. Here we have our search network and we have our display network. You can make a dynamic campaign that uses both of these networks here, and you can get in front of a variety of different places on Google, including these up here. Now, search ads themselves are most effective for generating leads and sales. So if you want, or if your goal is to get more business, aka leads and sales, you are going to want to use the search network and Google Ads to get you that instant visibility, for example. Now, something over here that's kind of cool is a call only ad. This does fall into the Google search network as well. A little bit different than a traditional Google ad that you see up here. For example, Nike, if you clicked on any of these blue links, you're going to end up on a web page, versus a call only ad, where if you actually click, or more likely tap this, you're going to instantly call Acme designers here, for example, and get yourself a quote. So just another way that you can get a lead. Obviously, I would use call only ads if that's the way you want to attract business. If you have a stellar close rate on the phone, you're going to want to use call only ads to get them on the phone as quick as possible. Now, technically, how do Google Ads actually work? It is an auction-based system. You've probably heard this before because we talk about bids all the time and cost per clicks. Whenever a search is entered into Google, an auction will take place. And it's just like what you'd see on TV, or if you've been to a real live auction, except for it happens in milliseconds. Very, very, very quick period of time, Google will assess the keyword that's entered in and look for all of the advertisers who are bidding on that particular keyword. If you're an advertiser that wins this auction, your ad will go to the user. You have roughly 6 chances to do that. And depending on the quality of your ad and a variety of other factors, you will be showing up in position 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, and 6 at the bottom. Now, if the user taps and clicks on your ad, you will pay Google for that click. And that's where the term CPC comes from, or cost per click. And that's how Google makes its money. Once that user clicks, they end up on your designated landing page, hopefully to convert that user or give them the information that they're originally looking for, unless we have a different tactic in place, like call only ads, for example, where that user will then call instead of landing on your website. All right, Google Ads work, and they work because we can be so very specific with these ads. It's different than any other marketing vehicle out there because we have full control over a plethora of different things inside of the platform, and mainly this is based off of targeting. So we can target directly to our audience based off of location or demographics and keywords. We lists that are curated by Google themselves to say, hey, I know, person A, B, C, D, and E, and F have searched for barbecue chicken in the past. So they are in a affinity type of audience where we can actually search for people or target people that have interest in barbecue chicken, for example. Now you get to set the budget yourself, so you never have to worry about overspending as long as you're a good Google Ads manager, or underspending in that case, depending on your niche. But you have full control over the budget, how much you want to spend on a daily basis, and how much you want to spend on a per click basis. The whole idea of Google Ads here, everybody, is to quickly. When you start paying Google, Google will show you or show your ads for you. This is different, again, than other marketing channels like search engine optimization, which a lot of people kind of think about these two things similar. They are very, in fact, different. Google Ads design, you build your campaign, it gets approved by the system. It takes about 24 hours sometimes. But as soon as your campaigns are approved, well, then they can start showing up on search engine results page. However, on an SEO strategy, for example, you should be really thinking about that long-term success and convincing that search engine that you are a very valuable resource online for them to put you in the organic side of things, which is different because Google will just take some money as long as you're willing to spend it on the Google Ads side. So you gotta be careful sometimes, as long as you're accurately portraying what you want to sell to people. Now, what does it cost to run a Google ad? We get this question all the time, and it's always different on every advertiser, every business. It's going to be different for you versus your competitor, versus your friend, versus anybody else online for the most part. But on average, all industries see about $2.30-ish per click. That's about normal. I would say if you're in any general business, you can expect to be spending in between $1.50, $2.50 per clicks, maybe $3. And this is very much dependent on how competitive these keywords are. Don't forget, it's all auction based. And kind of rule of thumb, if you're competing against somebody that has a larger budget than you, well, then you better be better quality because they're going to be spending more money on per click basis, and they might win because of that. Now, on an average industry perspective here, this fluctuates quite heavily. This is a very good example to give you an idea of your industry essentially, and in where you can expect to see these CPCs at. Anything in here that kind of it looks a little bit odd or looks a little bit different? Of course, we these guys. If you're in this industry, whew, I hope you have some money because you're spending about $6.35 on average per click. And that's because Google knows that you will make a ton of money if somebody ends up converting from one of your clicks. So they kind of play you like a little bit. But as you can see here on every other, but you're not really seeing anything more than that $3-ish cents mark, and you can get down as low as $1.30 if you're well performing ad. Now, this isn't necessarily the end all be all. It will change, and there's a variety of factors in here that will affect your overall CPCs, which we'll get into here. Now, how can you estimate your return on investment or your return on ad spend in most cases? This is just based off of math. In all honesty, if you can do a simple calculation, you can estimate how much money you need to spend in order to get the results that will make you an effective return on ad spend or return on your investment. Now, let's take here, for example, Jack's Backyard Barbecue and heartsandtails.org. Now, these are just two ads, but if we use a calculation such as this, let's say your budget is $500 per month, and we'll take the average CPC of $2.32. Now, you can approximately generate 215 clicks per month based off of this budget and this CPC. How do we get this number? Very easily. Take your monthly budget, divide it by your average cost per click, and you're going to end up with how many approximate clicks you're going to get per month. Now, If we know that we have 215 clicks per month, awesome. Well, let's find out how many sales we might need based off of what we are selling. If your average order value is, say, $50, and you have a close rate of 25%, that means that you could approximately generate 54 sales for that $54. And that would mean that you made $2,700 in revenue, which I would say is a pretty good return on investment there of a 440%. So if you use this type of calculation here, and you have this data that gives you your average CPC value, well, we can quickly estimate what your return on your investment is. We do this all the time for our clients. So please do not hesitate to let us know if you'd like to do, like us to help you out with this. And then we can project for you how much budget you're going to need for an effective Google Ads campaign. All right, now let's talk about how to create and maintain a Google Ads account. First and foremost is the ad itself. How do we write an effective Google ad? First, we have to look at our landing page. The landing page is where you're going to convert the user, and it becomes the foundation of your pretty much all of your digital marketing strategies out there. And the page we want to send users to. In this example, Jack's Backyard Barbecue, we're trying to get people to put orders. So our ads are going to send them to our menu page because that is most efficient way for them to order, for our customers to order a Roscoe sandwich, for example. We want to drive them to a page that is going to be most relevant to their needs and all user friendly to help them along their decision making process. Now, this will change obviously depending on your business. If you're not a restaurant or you don't have like a B2C product that you're selling, but you're more lead based, well, then you might need an introduction, as we call them, to help give that information that they might be looking for to further help them if this is the right move for them, which is going to be reaching out to you. Now, a few other components that really help these ads out here. Number, Google gives us the ability to allow clicks to calls, like I mentioned earlier. Now, there's two ways to do that. One, call only ad, where if you click, you're calling instantly, or you want to type or the phone number in your search-based ad, you can do that. So it's just a means to get a hold of you. Now, let's also always feature your unique selling point. What is going to hook that user in to make them want to click on your ad here? Now, this is always something that you should play with. You know, A/B testing is your friend in this in this marketing channel because you're going to want to try different things out. What really hooks in those users is join us to try our new, going to be the best converting sentence you can put there, or maybe something like the Roscoe sandwich is going to change your life. Click or call to order today. I don't know. That could work better. You have to try it and see what your audience. Your description always of the call to action. People need to be told what to do in most cases. Yeah, and it's always easiest for you to just add that right into that ad itself. Click or call to order today. So then they need to do to get a hold of you. Hey guys, I just got a notification here that my audio might be coming in and out. I am totally sorry about that. I'm not too sure what's going on. I think it might be my internet. It seems a little cloudy today, but it should kick back in here shortly, if not already. All right. Next most important thing here from your ads themselves is the keywords. These are very much tied together. You have to have effective keyword targeting in order to communicate or get in front of more so of your target audience. So you need to do keyword research before advertising, or at least it's very highly recommended. Now, there are a ton of great tools for this. Constant Contact has a fantastic tool for this, which allows you to do keyword research, and they will make recommendations to you based off of what you're doing or what your goals are more so. So here, for example, we can use our keyword analysis tool here. We pop in our landing page, and what Constant Contact did for us is found 459 relevant keywords and search volumes that could make sense to our audience. So once we have a good idea of our keywords there, we know what keywords people are going to be typing in to find what we're selling. Then we move on to the next step and we choose the location that we want to target. Now, if you're a brick and mortar company or business, target a radius around your store. How far are people going to come to you? Is 10 miles enough? Could you attract people 20 miles away, 50 miles away in the next state or province? That's totally up to how your business operates. If you are local, I would definitely choose a radius around your location. If you are an e-commerce based company and you can sell all over the world, well, then you can be selective there. You can choose by city, you can choose by against state, you can choose by country itself. Just keep in mind, the larger your location or your target is, well, then the more people are going to be in there. Thus, the more clicks that might happen, and thus the more budget that you might need to satisfy all of these people. For example, if you came to me and you said, I got $200 and I of North America, I'm going to say to you, you do not have enough money to do that. You're going to spread yourself way too thin. You're not going to get the results that you want because you could only get maybe 30 clicks from all over the country. And that's not enough data to really know whether this is going to be successful or not. So targeting is very important in helping you decide what your budget might be. Now, maintaining and managing your ad itself is paramount. This is not a, set it and forget it strategy. Once you set up your account, you have your keywords, you have your targeting, you've built your ads. Yes, you let it loose to the world. You set it free, and you now have to analyze the data to understand whether it's successful or not. Something here is a quick summary that you'd get from a period of time to say, hey, here's my clicks, conversions, my cost per conversion, and my cost. You need to evaluate, or you get an agency like us that evaluates, whether this makes sense. Is a $5 per conversion going to make us money at the end of the day? Maybe. If our product only sells for $2, I would probably say not. But if your product sells for $50 and you spent $5 to get that, you're probably making some good money there. So these are things that you'll want to keep in mind as you're maintaining and managing the account and ensuring that you are continuously spending to the right audience at the end of the day. Alrighty, let's get into some tips and strategies for seeing great results here, everybody. Um, relevancy, 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 relevancy. If there's one thing that you take away from this presentation today, I want it to be relevancy. All the way through this cycle or this path or this entire strategy, you're going to want to think about relevancy. It starts with the keywords, it goes into the ads, and it page. You need to have relevancy between all three of these aspects to ensure that you're getting a good quality score, which can help you actually lower your cost per clicks and outbid your competition for a cheaper price. If you're using the same keywords in your ads as you use, well, then you're going to have a higher quality score and Google will trust you more because of that. Let me give it 1 second here. I got a notification and my internet's a little shaky. All right, it looks to be kicked back in here, guys. So as I was saying, our keywords are imperative to be in our ads and our landing page. Google does review all three of these to determine your quality score and whether you are a good advertiser or not. If you target people that search for these keywords and say those words in your ad and say those in your landing page, well, then Google will feel confident want to send traffic to your website versus somebody else, or more importantly, to your competitor's website, which we don't necessarily want to happen. Call to actions, super duper hyper easiest thing to do, and it's also the easiest thing to forget about. Mentioned them a little bit earlier with Jack's barbecue example. Tell people what you want them to do. If you want them to call you, tell them to call you. If you want them to click through and view your website, tell them to do that. If you want them to order now, tell them to order now. Use actions in your headlines and in your descriptions and on your landing page. Again, relevancy is key here. If we're continuously asking or telling our users what to do, they are more likely to do it, which will end up getting you your results. Here's a couple tips here to grow your email list. I always find this as a fantastic strategy. And as we all know, email is one of the best marketing vehicles. It has the cheapest cost for acquisitions. It also enables you to communicate directly with your primary target audience. So growing that email list is going to be important for nearly every online business out there. And one of the easiest things to do to get that happening is to run a quick ad or have a part of your strategy talking about sign up for my email list. The easiest way to get people to sign advising it as well. So you can see here in heartsandtails.org, this is our client, to find the right dog for you, guiding you through the adoption process. Sign up to get a free adoption guide. An adoption guide is an incentive here. Somebody clicks on this ad, they're going to land on their landing page. They're going to get a pop-up in this case that says sign up to get a free adoption guide. This is relevant to the ad. As you can see here, we're saying sign up to get your free adoption guide. We also have that where the user ends up. And that is going to be your best case scenario to get those email addresses, add them to your list, and then upsell them or take them through your sales cycle or whatever your goal might be. That's going to be an easy way to do it. Over here on French Consulting, same idea, marketing strategies built for small business. Schedule your call today is the call to action here on our landing page, free 30-minute consultation. And then we have a schedule my consultation button right there. You can use that in a variety of different ways. Obviously, this is to schedule a consultation, but this also enables you to get an email address that you can add to your email marketing list. Google Ads will work for you. We know it. We've done it. We've seen it. We've worked with clients in all different categories and industries, and it is extremely difficult to fail in this marketing channel as long as you know what you're doing. Of course, it's the easiest way to get in front of people who are searching for what you offer. Google Ads makes it very easy to track your results. Very important here as well. You want to know what you're going to get out of your ad spend. And this kind of goes back to those estimations that we talked about at the beginning of this presentation. If you know what your ideal cost per acquisition is and your conversion rate is, well, then that's going to make it easy for you to decide your budget. And Google Ads has the technology along with Google Analytics. And with an expert's help, you can set up goal tracking that's going to show you the path of that user. User Bob here clicks on my ad, he lands on my landing page, he clicks on my call to action button, he filled out a form. I can now track from the system itself. I know exactly what ad he clicked on and what steps it took to get him to convert. So then we can further optimize that. Now think about your goal and influence them to take an action. In other words, make sure that you're relevant to what you're trying to do and tell them what they need to do. Tell the user what they need to do based off of what your goal is. Alrighty, guys, that was a speedy presentation on Google Ads. Now we have a complimentary marketing analytics performance review available to everybody that's attended this presentation today. If you have a Google Ads or even a Facebook Ads account, I know we didn't talk about the Facebook side of things today, but it falls into the same category. You can enroll with us and we can give you a complimentary performance review. And you're going to do that with me, which is pretty cool. This is one of my favorite things to do. I love jumping into new accounts and analyzing and understanding goals of new businesses and trying to help you be more successful. This is a $194 value that you're going to get completely complimentary today. All you have to do is click that book button that you see there in the chat. Brandon has kindly put it in there for you. Click on that button. You're going to see a window or landing page, and you're going to be able to book this complimentary review for early August or even before if you're lucky. Now, we're also going to give you guys a big bonus here. Now, if you're new to Google Ads, and you've never set up before, but you want to try, you see the value in it, you understand how it works now, you have some tips and tricks that you can use here, but you're not too comfortable to do it yourself quite yet. I mean, that's fair. It's taken me over a decade to get to this point. So we're offering a free plan upgrade on any Google Ads sign up. And all you have to do is reach out to us and let us know. Let's say, for example, if you fall into our silver category because you have an extensive and sometimes complicated Google Ads strategy, we will do all of that setup for you for the price of a bronze. Or from a bronze to a starter, or gold from a silver, or however we end up deciding that it's going to be. Now, our pricing is based off of you and what you're trying to do. Our pricing is transparent. You can see it all on our website, but we custom each strategy for each user. This isn't a blanket approach. You're going to get a unique marketing strategy just for you and for your business. Alrighty, guys, that's about it. I think we covered just about everything. There's some awesome options in here for you guys to take advantage of if you're a current client again, or if you already have a Google Ads or Facebook Ads account, book me for a complimentary performance review. Or if you're brand new to it, let's talk about what we can do. We'll do a complimentary audit or discovery-based discussion, and we'll sort out what the best solution is to get you more business.
Awesome stuff, Jordan. Really well presented. Thank you, everybody, for participating. And we look forward to seeing you at our next events. We've got one a month. So August, September, just head to our events page and keep on coming back. I'll send you the link.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I hope you learned something, and don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day. Thank you so much.